are you, or what generation do you identify with?
I'm 24. I'm pretty sure I'm a Gen Z.
I am 22 years old.
I'm 25, leaning more towards Gen Z.
I was born in '92, so I'm a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
I'm 54, Generation X.
Gen X.
Well,
You're X.
I'm X.
Do you think sneakers are appropriate shoes to wear at work?
Absolutely. I wear sneakers pretty much every day. Even in more formal settings that I've worked in, I still see people wearing sneakers, especially if they're more closer to my age.
Yes, my feet hurt.
Ooh, that depends on your job. Generally
Okay.
speaking, I would say yes, but it depends on the sneaker.
I guess it really depends on the job. I work from home, so slippers or nothing is appropriate.
Yes,
Why?
because it's a way to express who you are and what you like.
Yes, absolutely.
Is there a situation where it wouldn't be appropriate?
Just personal preference. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Heck yeah. For decades, I did that corporate thing. That's just society trying to make you conform to a certain way. It should be all about what the work is.
Yes.
Yes. Why?
They're comfortable.
Okay. How do periods at the end of sentences make you feel?
If it's from someone I don't know very well, a period at the end of an email can feel borderline aggressive.
I feel like when I'm sending a text, it's genuine and I'm just typing out the thought versus thinking about like my punctuation and all of that. So no periods, preferably.
I mean, in the workplace, I feel like that's fair. If you're texting me as a friend, don't put a period at the end of the sentence, please. Yeah, I think you're angry at me.
They make me feel complete because that lets me know the sentence is over.
It makes me feel like stop talking.
I have no feeling one way or the other about periods at the end of sentences.
Well, considering I'm an art director that works for a newspaper, there's a grammatical sense, but I can understand that language has evolved. You go with the flow instead of trying to resist it.
Fine.
Do you know what slay means? Can you use it in a sentence?
I do know what slay means. I would say Atlanta's very slay.
I slay, like I look good. I look good as
Yeah, he's killing it with his outfit. He's slaying right now.
You just did something really well. Like, you slayed that.
Yes, girl, slay.
I'm going to slay a dragon.
Oh, please, RuPaul's Drag Race. Slay.
No, I don't know.
To do a really good job. Yeah, okay.
Would you leave a new job after only being there a year?
Yes, I've actually done that. My first job out of college, I was working there for about 2 months, and I realized I wouldn't be able to do full-time working with my master's program. So after about 2 months, I pulled my manager aside and I said, I'm gonna have to leave. Thank you for the training, though.
yes.
What would be a good reason to leave?
Really the culture. So the culture of a job is really important to me, like whether they value me, there's respect. Also the money too.
I've done that before, so yeah.
Why
yeah.
did you leave?
It just wasn't the right fit. Had to go for a better environment.
Absolutely. I would negotiate for my next job to give at least a 6 to 10% increase.
Yes, if it's not fulfilling you, then as a millennial, you shouldn't stay somewhere where you're not happy.
It depends if it's something that I'm passionate about or something that's maybe somebody helped me get. Otherwise, I would stick it out for at least a year.
If it was a job I was miserable at, yes. If you don't like your job, there's always something out there that's better.
If you had to talk to your colleague about something, would you send them a Slack or Teams message, or would you schedule a meeting?
If it was someone I was close with, I would just send them a message. If it was like a manager or higher up, then I'd probably send them a formal email.
I would schedule a call, but really in person, just so like you could see and feel the vibes and energy.
I mainly go for Slack first, and if it's serious enough, then I'll schedule a meeting, but it all depends on the severity of the issue.
How do you feel about calls in general?
I like them. I work remote, so everything I do is work from home, so everything I do is calls. So I welcome it.
I would actually talk to them in person, but I work from home, so I would have to send like a Slack message.
We use Slack, so I would probably do Slack.
Why would you do that over anything else?
Because it's quicker, it's easier, and it's like less pressure. I feel like emails sometimes just like, oh, I'm in trouble, like this is serious.
I would always schedule a call or do a face-to-face.
I prefer talking on the phone with people rather than text. I have big fingers. I prefer being able to have my hands free while I'm just talking. If I was in an office setting, I would go up to the person. Now, if it's something where it's going to be a blame game, then you do an email chain.
Usually I would just send him an email. Or if I'm in the office, just go and knock on his door.
If it's a simple thing, email. If it's a complicated thing, I would call.
You have an all-hands meeting at work today, but you're feeling a little under the weather. What do you do?
I would probably just power through it just because I feel, especially at working at a lower level, I don't really have power quote unquote to reschedule something or to ask to reschedule something. Maybe if I was a manager, I would do that, but since I'm very low on the chain of command, I would just sniffle through it.
Vitamin C, some water, and thug it out.
Keep my camera off.
Try to be on mute as much as possible, but I'll be there.
I would probably call my manager and tell them, because at my job we're not allowed to text because of confidentiality reasons. So I would just call them and just say, hey, I'm not going to make it.
I do the all-hands-on meeting, but I stay quarantined to my own space.
I'm still going to call in because I'm going to take care of myself before anything else. If they can't understand that, then that's not a business you want to work for.
I guess these days you're not supposed to attend the meeting.
Dial in with Zoom.
Dial in with Zoom, camera off, right? Last question, regarding employment, what's like the top benefit that you care about?
Other than pay, I'm really into having a hybrid schedule. I very much enjoy working in the office, but I also like having the option to work from home so I can kind of have other things going on in my life, laundry, making my own meals, things like that.
The culture. It boils down to the energy in the workplace because I can make it or break it. If it's a hostile environment or there's not a lot of respect, it can just take everything downhill no matter how passionate you are about whatever you do.
If the pay matches my life goals, then that's solid. I prefer to work from home. I mean, why not? It's enjoyable and I have a good work-life balance. I think just making sure that I can put food on my table at the end of the day is all that really matters to me right now.
Work from home / work-life balance.
I guess the 401k payout.
Long-term investment, we love it.
Culture of the company. Everybody feels like it's the place they want to be.
The salary.
Yeah, I guess salary.
What's more important than money, most people will find out in the long run, is appreciation for your talent. If you have the talent, it's been more important than necessarily how much money you make. Because when you make more money and you play the corporate game, you kind of sell a little bit of your soul.